All right, we'll get started. Thank you for your patience, and also thank you for being here today to receive information about probably one of the more significant cases that this office is going to be prosecuting, thanks to the great work of people standing next to me. So I am joined here by Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, or ATF, Bryan DiGirolamo, and Homeland Security Investigations Acting Special Agent in Charge, Anthony Patrone. We're also here with our partners. We have our Emily Francis, resident agent, who we've worked very hard together to make these cases go smoothly as possible, from Homeland Security Investigations. Tyler Marshall, Special Agent, Homeland Security Investigations. Sean Carey, Special Agent, Homeland Security Investigations. And Lon Zankowski, Resident Agent in Charge, Homeland Security Investigations. We are privileged and pleased to welcome Matthew Rourke, Chief of Police, St. Regis Mohawk Tribal Police. Thank you for being here. And also we have I'm going to take another run at this. Ranatiiostha Swamp, Chief of Police, Akwesasne Mohawk Police Service. Did I get that right?
Almost.
Almost? Okay. I'll have to practice that. We also have Nathan Sawatis, Acting Detective Sergeant, Akwesasne Mohawk Police Service. So this is an incredible collaboration, and it's something that I've certainly been actively pursuing, and I can't thank the cooperation from the tribal leadership police enough for what they've been doing to work with us. Partners in leadership are willing to engage together, share intelligence and resources, and we're here now to announce the arrest of 3 Akwesasne individuals, dual Canadian-American citizens, who were arrested on July 30th, 2026 for their roles in an international drug trafficking operation. Basil Lazur, age 47, and Michael Arquette, age 38, were charged with conspiracy to possess with the intent to distribute and to distribute controlled substances in violation of 21 U.S.C. 846, 841A1, 841B1A, and 841B1B. The penalties include at least 10 years and up to life in prison and up to $10 million fine. Patricia Ransomej, age 81, was also arrested and charged with 21 U.S.C. 846, 841A1, and B1B, conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute a controlled substance, for which she faces at least 5 years in prison and a maximum of 40 years. Through a coordinated partnership involving U.S. and Canadian and tribal law enforcement investigators, initiated a joint investigation into suspected cross-border drug trafficking activity operating through the Akwesasne. As the investigation progressed, authorities identified an alleged smuggling network responsible for moving illicit drugs from Canada into the United States. Investigators further determined that the defendants allegedly planned to exchange methamphetamine for multiple firearms. Lazur was taken into custody in Canada, while Arquette and Ransom were arrested in the United States. This case is part of the Homeland Security Task Force initiative established under President Donald J. Trump, focused on protecting the American people from criminal organizations operating across our borders. The HSTF brings together a whole-of-government partnership and dedicated to dismantling criminal cartels, foreign gangs, transnational criminal networks, and human smuggling and trafficking operations, both within the United States and abroad. Through unprecedented interagency coordination, the HSTF mobilizes the full strength of U.S. law enforcement to identify, investigate, and prosecute the full spectrum of crimes committed by these organizations. Crimes that have long fueled violence and instability within our communities. In carrying out this mission, the task force employs every available tool to ensure the most violent criminals are held accountable. Thanks to the outstanding efforts of all our partners, these defendants will now face justice in the United States for their roles in this drug trafficking scheme. At this time, I'd like to invite ATF Special Agent in Charge Bryan DiGirolamo to the podium. Bryan?
Thank you. I want to thank the Attorney's Office for putting together this press conference to give us an opportunity to highlight the great work and collaboration that is occurring along the northern border. Protecting our communities requires more than responding to violent crime. It requires identifying, disrupting, and dismantling criminal organizations that drive it. Today's case reflects that commitment. This investigation demonstrates what's possible when intelligence drives enforcement and partnerships extend beyond jurisdictional and international borders. Through coordinated investigative efforts, intelligence sharing, and exceptional collaboration among federal, state, local, tribal, and international law enforcement partners, investigators disrupted an alleged criminal network involved in trafficking of narcotics across the U.S. and Canada. Criminal organizations exploit borders, jurisdictions, and every opportunity they can to move illicit commodities and generate illegal profits, and at the same time fuel violence that harms our communities on both sides of the border. They depend on the belief that geography creates barriers to law enforcement. Investigations like this demonstrate the opposite. Through intelligence sharing, coordinated operations, and trusted partnerships, we continue to close those gaps and deny criminal networks the ability to operate with impunity. I want to express my sincere appreciation to the special agents, detectives, analysts, prosecutors, and all of law enforcement professionals whose tireless efforts, professionalism, and collaboration brought this investigation to this point. I want to recognize our partners at Homeland Security Investigations, Syracuse Police Department, New York State Police, the St. Regis Mohawk Tribal Police, the Akwesasne Mohawk Tribal Service, Ontario Provincial Police, and Surrette du Quebec, along with the U.S. Attorney's Office, and many other federal, state, local, and Canadian agencies whose expertise and commitment were instrumental to this investigation. Together, we are sending a clear message. ATF and our partners will continue working every day to identify, disrupt, and dismantle the networks that threaten public safety wherever they operate. Thank you.
This time, I'd like to introduce Acting Special Agent in Charge of Homeland Security Investigations, Buffalo Field Office, Anthony Patrone. Anthony?
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you. My name is Anthony Patrone, Acting Special Agent in Charge for the Homeland Security Investigations, Buffalo Field Office. I want to first recognize United States Attorney Sarcone and his office for the exceptional work on this case. I want to further recognize the ATF, St. Regis Mohawk Tribal Police, the Akwesasne Mohawk Police Service, the Ontario Provincial Police, the Surrette du Quebec, and all our law enforcement partners whose effort, persistence, and coordination has been critical in this investigation. Today's announcement marks an important step forward in an ongoing investigation into a transnational criminal organization that is alleged to have trafficked narcotics and firearms and to have engaged in human smuggling in furtherance of their international criminal activity. These alleged crimes poison our communities, fuel violence, and endanger the vulnerable, ultimately putting lives at risk. This case was conducted through the Homeland Security Task Force, or HSTF, which unites law enforcement under a coordinated strategy to eliminate transnational criminal organizations across our borders and in our communities. That unified approach is essential. Criminal networks are adaptive. They seek out gaps between jurisdictions, agencies, and borders. The HSTF helps close those gaps by allowing law enforcement to combine authorities, share information, and act with one purpose. The progress announced today puts those who profit from harm on notice. If you exploit our borders to move dangerous contraband or victimize people, you will face a coordinated law enforcement response. It means dangerous networks face greater scrutiny and communities are better protected. HSI Buffalo and our HSTF partners will continue to pursue this investigation with renewed focus and determination. We will continue to work across agencies and across borders to disrupt criminal networks, protect the public, and strengthen the security of the communities we serve. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Akwesasne Mohawk Police Service Chief of Police Ranatiiostha swamp. Did I get that better?
I'll let you know now. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ranatiiostha Swamp. I'm the Chief of Police for the Akwesasne Mohawk Police Service. Today's presentation demonstrates what can be achieved when law enforcement agencies come together as one, with the common goal of protecting the communities from organized criminal activity and those who seek to profit from it. This investigation was as a result of strong and coordinated partnership between tribal and First Nation police services, federal and provincial, state, as well as local law enforcement. We've essentially locally eliminated the restrictions at the border. No single agency can effectively address the transnational criminal activity alone. The success of this operation reflects the commitment of all of our partners to share information, coordinate resources, and work collectively to address threats to public safety. I'm very appreciative of all the assistance that we've received, as well as being proud of the members of the Akwesasne Mohawk Police Service with the amount of effort that has been put forward into this investigation, as well as the collaborative effort working with all of our local partnerships. This case is an example of what can be accomplished when agencies work beyond the jurisdictional boundaries and focus on one shared objective. Trafficking of illegal drugs and firearms poses a serious threat to our communities on both sides of the border. These criminal activities contribute to addiction, violence, and victimization, ultimately affecting all families, regardless of border. Let's not forget the persons that are in custody right now may have facilitated local transactions, but they ultimately have source contacts north and south of the border in the United States and Canada. Our community is simply being used as a conduit to these transactions. They are essentially partners to larger organized crime groups in both Canada and US. Our priority remains to be the protection of the people that we serve and ensuring those individuals involved in criminal activity are held accountable and put through the judicial process. We will continue to work closely with our partnering law enforcement agencies in Canada as well as the United States. We will continue to identify and disrupt organized crime wherever it exists. We remain committed to strengthening partnerships, relationships, and sharing intelligence, and ultimately pursuing criminal organizations as a whole. I would like to thank all the agencies involved in this investigation for their professionalism, dedication, and commitment. Together, we have demonstrated that a strong partnership within one is most effective by combating organized crime and protecting our communities. Thank you very much.
Well said. Well, at this time, I want to once again thank everyone for attending. Thanks to the President of the United States for putting together this HSTF, and also to Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche for his leadership. And we'll continue to remain steadfast as we move forward with more investigations, and this particular investigation is still ongoing, so we're not going to be answering any questions today, and we want to say thank you again for being here. Thank you for your partnership as well. Thank you.
Can't tell us anything about how they were arrested, or where they were arrested, or how you found them?
So we'll have a full press release on the information coming shortly.
What's that?
Mr. Lazor was
Okay.
arrested in Canada. Mr. Arquette and Ms. Ransom were arrested in the United States.
Okay.
But we'll have no further on the methods or execution.
Right. There'll be more to come at a later time. It's still raw, and we have a lot of work still ahead of us, but we wanted to make this announcement now because this was a big deal. Certainly, the collaboration between both tribal nations and their leadership is fantastic. It's something that I've been trying to achieve, and working with our Canadian law enforcement partners as well. I know Border Czar Tom Homan has spent a lot of time with chiefs and trying to bring us all together, and Secretary Mullins as well is keenly aware of everything that is going on, and we look forward to this continued brotherhood to work to make things a lot safer in our country and theirs. He didn't want to. Okay. All right, thank you very much.